A new film follows Hall of Famer SweetWater Clifton as he makes history and changes the game of basketball. Joining us now to talk about his role in the movie is former Harlem Globetrotter, multi-season Amazing Race participant, and Arkansas native Herbert Flight Time Lang. Hey, Flight Time, great to see you.
Good morning, Jason. Thank you guys so much for taking time to listen to, my little role in the movie SweetWater. I'm super excited, man. Thank you.
Yeah, absolutely. Good to see you again. Tell us, what is SweetWater about, and then tell us who you play in the film.
Well, SweetWater is the story of the first African-American to sign an NBA contract. And the cool thing about the Nate SweetWater Clifton story is SweetWater was born in England, Arkansas. At the age of 8, he ended up moving up to Chicago with his family for better opportunities. But SweetWater eventually became the first African-American to sign an NBA contract, which kind of paved the way, for a lot of the contracts that we're seeing today. I mean, SweetWater wasn't alone. You also had guys like Earl Lloyd and Chuck Cooper, who also played the role, with Earl Lloyd being the first person to actually play in the game. And that role is actually played by the one and only Bobby Portis Jr.
Nice.
I love Bobby. I love that. Yes.
And then tell us about your character, Babe Presley.
Well, the role that I'm playing is Babe Presley. Babe Presley is from Ohio, and he was one of the, what people may say, one of the original Globetrotters. He played from 37 through 58. He also played the role of player-coach toward the end of his career, and he was really known during the 40s and 50s for his role playing defense against the great George Mikan, who was Minneapolis Laker great. And the Globetrotters actually defeated the Minneapolis Lakers because of guys like Babe Presley and, of course, Nate SweetWater Clifton.
Yeah, for sure. So much Arkansas connection in this. You have yourself, SweetWater, obviously, Bobby Portis. Who does he play again?
That's right.
Who is Bobby playing in this movie?
Bobby plays Earl Lloyd.
Okay.
Earl Lloyd.
Yeah, that's
Earl
great.
Lloyd. He was definitely a great. He was one of the first people to win first African Americans, I guess, to win a national championship with the NBA with the Syracuse Nationals back in 1955. So, I mean, there's just so many connections. Even we have Kevin Special K. Daly, who's one of my former Globetrotter teammates. He's playing the role of Goose Tatum, who's also an Arkansas native, born in El Dorado, Arkansas, and, of course, played in the Negro Baseball Leagues and is one of the first known showmen of the Globetrotters, one of the people that put the microphone on and thrilled the crowd. So, I mean, it's super exciting. It's really special. I don't know if you guys have noticed, there's a lot of basketball movies coming out, but this is one that really hits close to home, and we're looking forward to it coming out next week, April 14th.
Yeah, for sure. And you got, you just mentioned El Dorado, which is close to where I'm from in Camden, but you're kind of hitting all parts of the state, right? You got all these different representation in the movie. What's something, maybe, Flight Time, that you hope audiences come away with after seeing this film?
Well, I just hope that people can understand that, even with Arkansas, the Globetrotters had an amazing impact on the game. I mean, the first person to sign an NBA contract, and the history and the connection and the way the game is played today. One of the reasons that it took so long for the NBA to integrate is because they didn't want the fancy style of basketball, the behind-the-back passes, the slam dunks, until eventually they realized that this is what the fans wanted. And just like we're realizing today with the NBA, we want to see points on the boards. We want to see guys run up and down the court, slam dunk, throw the ball behind the back pass. You want to see the three-point shots, the long-distance shots now, not just the average three-point shots, which, again, I mean, guys are shooting from deeper. They're bigger, faster, and athletic. And it's just a beautiful thing to see the way that the game has evolved over the years. And I know that this movie does a really good job of kind of, giving the foundation and letting people know that, hey, this is where it started and look where we are now. And we continue to grow.
Yeah, we continue to grow, and it's fun. And you're talking about the Globetrotters. We've had the chance to see the Globetrotters maybe a couple years ago at a show they had in Branson, and you got the 4-point line, like you're talking about. You keep moving further and further back, getting more points for your athleticism and hitting the target.
Fun to see.
It's fun to see. This movie is out April the 14th, SweetWater. Go check it out. A lot of Arkansas representation in that one, including Flight Time. Thank you so much for joining us and hanging in the air there over New York City, levitating for us during this interview. We appreciate
Good to see you.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jackie. Thank you, Jason. Hey, kindness is free. Thank you guys for having me.